It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and we'll see Nick Bolton. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Chiefs and the Bengals, just ahead on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen, or should I say Dean Olsen, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends.
Riley Patterson is the kicker, and he's got it on the tee. And off we go here at Arrowhead. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, his team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
They face second down and 7. A shotgun snap. Oh no, right at the start, he loses the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and middle phase, there's the catch. But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw, or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but the wheels as well. The NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. One of the tight ends in motion right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have enough for the first down. They'll mark him up at the 39-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. One of the tight ends motions right. Quickly into the hands of Chase. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, and I don't think it's going to be his last.
In motion, Reed. Back to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Handoff here, up the middle. Finding room to the 20. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. Now it is 1st and goal. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. They'll try to run this one in. A second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Bengals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start. That one into the hands of Smart. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
2nd down and 8. Tight end going in motion here. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's hauled in at the 2. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Over the end line. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. A tight end in motion now. A handoff as they try to run it here. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
And the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And this is a big problem going the wrong way. Out of bounds well behind the original line of scrimmage.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, He picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll motion a tight end right. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the Chiefs punter. This returnable with Reed. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
Automatic 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. This one is caught by Reed.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and a yard. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
His kick is perfect. And the Bengals are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense about ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 3rd and long. Throwing is Mahomes. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. We have a tight end motioning left here. The open man is Reed. He's got it.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On comes the punter now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Quick hitting slant there. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. They pick up 17 through the air, and the Chiefs have a first down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now to throw again. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They bring their tight end right. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
At the 36-yard line.
The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Patterson's kick is good. And the Chiefs will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here at Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. The Titans trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Rome Odunze, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. A field goal, the difference. 17-14, the final. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Going to return this from the 10. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 41-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Yellow.
Putting the tight end in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. Quick throw taken in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. Here's Mahomes. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. To throw is Mahomes. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Moving the tight end right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Tight end going in motion here. They'll go with a counter on first down. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll stick with him again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
In motion, Reed. Now this time they'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
In motion, Reed. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. He had the touchdown run earlier, now add a TD reception. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Makes the score Chiefs 20, Bengals 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense. And Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Drive will start on the ground. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 12. They'll turn and hand this one off. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. They bring Chase in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Motion man set right. He'll look to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to tie things up here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick to the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down. In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. This is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They bring Chase in motion. Back to throw. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
This is intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a give on the ground. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And that will lead to a second down. He'll drop to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. They need one right now. Third and long. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. That is hard. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. Here's a run. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 3 touchdowns for him. Numbers 6, 7, and 8 on the season. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The kick is good. Makes the score Bengals 27, Chiefs 23.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down. Mahomes now to throw again. Quick throw taken in, and he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. There's that man again, another catch. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it just past their 25.
When you find yourself in this situation, if you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Bengals offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. First and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So, this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.